Hello there, my crafty friends. It is Candy from sweetstamper.com, and this is day one of my holiday hoopla. I am so glad to be back in the saddle after having been gone for a week, out visiting my sister-in-law and her husband in the beautiful mountains of North Carolina. We had glorious weather, and it was just a lovely trip. Having said that, the airlines going to and from were a bit of a nightmare, so I think that's just kind of airline traffic these days. Just seems to be a little bit crazy. Not really airline traffic, I guess, but airline travel, I should say. I'm just waiting to see if anybody's going to jump on here with me. This is not when I typically come to you. I normally come to you at 7 o'clock on Thursdays, but this week I'm going to be coming to you at 7 o'clock every day. How's that for fun? So I hope that you're going to have fun with me. We'll see who else gathers with me live. I would imagine that I'm mostly going to get a lot of people watching the replay, again, because I'm not here typically on a Monday, and I didn't give you all a lot of notice, but I've been scrambling to get everything, all my ducks in a row. I wanted to do this in August, and looking at the calendar, I went, yeah, this is the week this needs to happen. So here we are. And Tasha's here. Welcome, welcome. So lots of things happening in the Stampin' Up! World, and today is the first day of an amazing kit sale. So all of our kits are on sale, up to 30% off. So pretty awesome. I do a lot with our kits. I love doing events with our kits. And I was actually messaging with my daughter about doing one of the, there's a really cute little album kit that makes a nice size, because it's like a half sheet, basically the finished size. And so if you have kids, grandkids wanting to make their own little photo album, I mean, they're for adults as well, but it's a really nice activity for the kiddos. So I see I've got Marlene here and I have Tasha here, so welcome, welcome. Tonight I am going to be featuring, for my very first day of Holiday Hoopla, I'm going to be featuring this new stamp set, So Very Merry. This is so cute. I mean, can you imagine the tags and the fun? So far, I've only made cards with this, but before the end of the week, I can guarantee you I'm going to be making some tags. They're just such nice size to go with a lot of different things. So hi, Vivian, I'm glad you're here. This would be cute for treat packaging. It'd be cute for gift packages as well. But tonight I'm going to do a quick and easy Christmas card. So I'm going to use a crumb cake card base and a crumb cake panel. So let me just move this out of the way a little bit. And we're going to do, I like to stamp on the fly, and that means I like to design on here with you. I've chosen a couple of things, and then we're going to kind of figure out a couple of things while we are stamping together. Now this is a photopolymer stamp set, so I'm going to be using my handy little foam mat. Our red rubber stamps, cling rubber is actually the term now. Let me grab a set. Let's see. No, that's here we go. So this stamp set right here, this is one of our cling stamp sets. You see how it has that nice little cushion there? Well, the photopolymer stamps don't have that. And it really, you kind of need that. Hey, Corinne, thank you for sharing my video. I appreciate that. And so to really get a good application, you need to have something, a little bit of foam underneath you. Now, in a pinch, I've used all kinds of things when I didn't have a mat, but this is like the perfect density to really give you a good delivery of ink to your cardstock. Just a reminder, Corinne is sharing my video, which I greatly appreciate, but when you comment on my videos, your name gets put in the drawing for my free prize. I do give away a free gift with each video that I do. So I have just a half sheet of crumb cake, and then a quarter sheet that's been trimmed down to 5 1/4 by 4. These are kind of our standard layers that we do a lot of card making with. Now, although we do have a beautiful holiday designer series paper, I wanted to use something just out of the annual catalog that you would use for something other than the holidays and see the versatility. So, hey Laura, thank you so much for sharing my video. I appreciate that. So I'm going to bring in some of this gingham. Now, this gingham designer paper I love. I actually did my Twist Club cards with this last month. And honestly, all of these, this Pretty Peacock is great for the holidays. Berry Burst, Lemon Lime Twist, all of these are really good for the holidays. So, you know, if you have some of this gingham paper, don't discount it for the holidays. Don't feel like all of your designer paper for holiday cards has to have, you know, Christmas trees on it or bells or whatever. So I'm going to do something like this. And while I keep rabbiting on, I actually made 2 of these just in case I messed one up. So this is just a piece of white cardstock that I have cut out with the Nested Essentials dies. And I only need one. That's just in case I mess up. Instead of stamping this with Tuxedo Black ink, where is, oh, there's my bird. I'm actually going to use Basic Gray. Now, this is a little trick that you can use. Hey, Shar, thank you so much for sharing and for being here with me. This is a little trick when you want something to be a little bit softer. This is an all neutral palette so far, and I'm going to add some color with my little bird, but I don't want it to be like a stark black, so I'm going to use the Basic Gray. And this little bird is like all of the images in So Very Merry. It has that look of stained glass, and I'm just going to stamp him right in the center. And with your photopolymer stamps, you also want to make sure that you actually let that ink stay on there for a few seconds before you lift. Now, you can see how he's a lot softer than if I was stamping him in Tuxedo Black. Okay, now I'm going to color him in. And this is super simple, quick, easy. These are small images. These don't take very long to color. And I don't want to color something that's going to take me forever, but I will say this is pretty nice coloring. So I'm actually going to use dark crumb cake for the branch. And the branch is here. Boom, quick, quick, quick. And there's a little piece of branch right back here. I think I might have just gotten his tail feather. Well, we'll make that the branch. No, his tail feather's down there. I did okay. Now I'm going to use, I really like Lemon Lime Twist with Poppy Parade. I wanted to use Poppy Parade for my red bird, my Cardinal. And I really like Lemon Lime Twist with it because they're both really bright colors, and I think they counterbalance each other very nicely. Having said that, I want my bird to really pop, so I'm going to use the light Lemon Lime Twist. And just do a little bit of color here. I could use the dark and the light, but I really want to key in on the bird. Now comes the fun. I'm going to start with the dark Poppy Parade, and I'm going to do his little head first, right up at the top. And then I'm going to do his whole breast in this dark Poppy Parade. And I'll show you why I'm doing the dark first. And then I'm going to do his tail feather here, and maybe a little bit here and here. Now I want to do, maybe I'll do one more here. The rest of him is going to be the light Poppy Parade. Now let me show you the magic of this, because this is what happens with our blends. I don't have to worry about staying in the lines with the light, because I'm going to fill in all these areas, and if I get out of the lines, it doesn't matter because I've already got that in dark. Oh, what am I doing? I need to color his face too, duh. I don't want him to have a white, I didn't want him to have a white face. So you see, I'm getting the the benefit of the light and dark, but I don't have to fuss too much with trying to stay in the lines and all of that. So I'm able to do this kind of just a soft little look, but still bright. So I love the brightness of Poppy Parade. Now I am going to go back in here and I'm going to just I think I'm going to take the dark crumb cake and just make his little beak. And something I like to do is, because I've added ink to this, sometimes the black, or in this case it's actually softer, it's gray, is not as bold a contrast as I want it to be. Hey Jackie, I'm glad you're here. And so I'm just going to come in here with a black Stampin' Write marker and just boom. You see how that just really gives that little bit of extra contrast, because I want his eye to be very visible. Now, this is going to start coming together like so. I don't want to put things down yet. And this is where I'm going to need a little bit of help from you, because we're going to stamp a greeting, and we're going to maybe add a little bit of the mistletoe. But before I do that, I want to put something down, and I got a couple of different directions I can go, and based on which one I do is going to make this a little bit dressier or a little bit more casual. Now this is a length of the pecan pie ribbon. That looks really good there. I could add that. Definitely dresses it up. However, if I want to keep it really casual with the gingham, I could add a little bit. I can't seem to get comments to come up in my computer. I could use linen thread, and I could put a little bit down here and then tie it up like so. It has a real natural look, which I like with the bird. I like that a lot. Or if I wanted a little pop of color, I could use, this is actually Sweet Sorbet. So this is the in color twine. And I could go this way because this is going to give me a little pop of color, still keeping it really casual. And I've got all these bruises here. This is from carrying my backpack through the airport. I look like I've had a tangle with, you know, a pit bull or something. Oh, okay. Now I've got comments. Hey, Mary's saying the Sweet Sorbet on the twine. Hey, Margaret, I'm glad you are here. Thank y'all for commenting and sharing. I appreciate that so much. So while I'm looking here at comments, I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to weigh in on, well, let me just kind of lay them out here because then it's going to be easier to see whether we should go with linen thread or we could go with Sweet Sorbet twine, or we could go with the ribbon. So Margaret likes the ribbon. Mary likes the Sweet Sorbet twine. Really different looks. They all look good. I think they would all look good. Okay, Char likes the ribbon as well. And we'll just give it a few more minutes. And while I'm doing that, I'm actually going to stamp the greeting, and I'm going to show you a little trick. I have my blender pen here. Let's see. So Jackie likes the ribbon, Char likes the ribbon, Margaret likes the ribbon. I think the ribbon's going to win. Okay, so I think I'm going to be able to make everybody happy here because I'll show you. We're going to actually use a little bit of both. Okay, let's do something here, and we are going to stamp the greeting right here, and I'm going to do it in basic gray. And the greeting I'm going to use is, okay, Marlene likes the ribbon too. The ribbon has definitely won the night. So I'm going to use 'Tis the Season to be Jolly, but I really just want 'Tis the Season. I don't want to be jolly. It doesn't really go with my design here. So what I'm going to do, let me just stand up for this, is I'm going to just ink this up right here, right on the edge. Now, what I'm going to do is I can tell that this, oh, I'm catching a little bit of something there. Your blender pen will not only add ink, but it will take it away. So where I've picked up a little bit of ink here, I can just take that and pull it right off. And this is really good to use whenever you're doing this kind of a technique. Now, honestly, I could just use my markers here, but I'm a little bit of a lazy stamper, so I just want to do it like so. 'Tis the season, and I'm doing this in basic gray, which is the same ink that I did the bird. And you see how soft that is, the gray on there? And I think that that ribbon is going to just be perfect there, just really, really soft. And I think as I'm thinking about it, I think rather than adding anything else, like as cute as this would be, the little, I think the little mistletoe branch, I think that what I'm going to do is put that on the inside. So I think we're ready to start putting this together. And this is what I have handy, so this is what I'm going to use. Now let me just show you. I'm going to use the large print side, but you could even go this way and it's still totally different look. But I will say the difference I like, this has more white showing, and the larger plaid has more of the pecan pie showing. So that's what I opted to use. So this hopefully is giving you some ideas on what you can do for quick and easy Christmas cards. Now I'm going to give a little bit of a what do you call it? A little bit of a piece of trim there, because I like that little bit of crumb cake peeking out. And remember again that when you comment, you go into my drawing, and also make sure you're signed up for my emails, because I'm going to give out the written tutorials for every single one of these. And if you come in partway through the week, I'm going to give you one link at the very end that has all of them, but I will be sending them out every day. Now, what I think I'm going to do here is I'm going to put a little bit of seal on the back here. I do love seal for adhering my ribbon, and there is a right and a wrong side to this. So I want to make sure I get the correct side. And this is a 2x4 piece of designer series paper. And this is going to go here like so. And now I'm going to pop this up on dimensionals. And I'm going to demonstrate that little trick with the blender pen just so you can see. I didn't actually have to use it, but I'll show you what it does, because the blender pen will not only add ink but remove ink, and I think that's one of those little things that people are sometimes not aware of. And I do try to give you guys little tips and tricks even when I'm giving you fresh new ideas. So this is super, super easy, super quick. If you had a bunch of these to make, it wouldn't take you any time at all. And this is crooked. Of course, when you start sticking it down, that's when all the inconsistencies come to light. Am I still crooked? I think I'm okay. So that, I love when you have a tone-on-tone panel. This is the same color, but it just, if you put it up on dimensionals, it just gives that little bit of oomph there. Now, am I totally crooked? Ay, ay, ay. I think it's the light, the way the light's hitting me. Ay, ay, ay. Let's see. Did I cut my paper wrong? No, I think my lighting is kind of messing with my eyes a little bit. Let's see. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, let's try again. Okay, that's better, because I want that little bit of border all the way around there. Okay, now I'm ready to put this little guy down, and I am going to go ahead and pop him up on dimensionals. And I'm going to put my dimensionals here because I don't want to add dimension where that ribbon is, but I do want it to float right over that ribbon. Now what we can do, let's see, I need my dimensionals here and here. We're going to add just a little bit of bling, a little bit of finish, a little finesse. I mean, that's just super, super simple, super sweet. Now, before I add my bling, I think I'm going to come back in with this twine, and let's just see something that can be really pretty. Let's see if it's going to work for me. Let's Let's poke that. Let's use this little pokey tool. Let's poke that right underneath that ribbon. Ay, ay, ay. Am I going to catch the paper? I got that ribbon down pretty well. It's really stuck down. Ay, ay, ay. Come on. Come on. Oh, Marlene, I'm glad you like this. I love red birds. Okay, so let's just see. What we can do is we can add just a little bit of jaunty stripe ribbon. And then we get kind of the best of both worlds. Oh, I think I'm going to like this. You know, red and white stripe, candy stripe. It's candy cane stripe. It's kind of very, very Christmassy. So that gives us the best of both worlds. Let's grab some scissors here. And I think I might need to move this up. Ay, ay, ay. Let's move it up. There we go. And then, oh, I like it. I like it. What do y'all think? We just need to trim these ends a little bit. And then we have that very, you know, the Cardinal's very classic Christmas. The little stripe is very classic Christmas. So we kind of hitting all those notes with this. Now, I've got a couple of options here for a little bit of, I could add a few of these white sequins. Whoopsie, which I think might be really nice, really subtle. They almost look like little snowflakes, so I like that. Can't buy my snowflakes anywhere. I have a package somewhere. Can't find them. Oh, I was going to do something else, and I totally forgot. Okay, let's see if I want to add this or not. I had this little piece, and I was going to actually cut it in half anyway. So this is a little piece of Poppy Parade, which I may not need now that I've added that twine. So let's just see if we want to add a little bit here and a little bit here. Y'all tell me what you think. Do we like that little bit of Poppy Parade underneath there? I'd have to get it even. Do we like that, or do we not need it? I almost think we don't need it. I kind of think we don't need it. Now, let's see. The other option I have that I thought might be really pretty is, yeah, these are kind of gold. And yeah, I think these are too blingy. Yeah, not needed. I think you're right, Pam. So I think we're going to go with these little guys. These are also the sequins that I used in my Twist Club last month. So I really like the way these look with this set of gingham paper. Hey, Simone, I'm glad to see you here. Oh, look. Oh, I think that's going to be just the ticket. Now, we're going to do a little something, something to the inside. So hang on for me just a second. I knew I would use these. Now, when I was kind of prepping this ahead of time, I had a piece of 4x3 designer series paper, and I thought, yeah, it's going to be too big because this is quite small. And I trimmed, and then I trimmed again, and I thought, well, now, why don't we just pop these in here? Maybe one, maybe two. Kind of like both of them. Let's see, can we do them? Look at that. Is that where, does that line up? No. Of course, this is just one of those fussy details that I'm going to not need to do, but I will. Let's see if I can match the plaids. That's something that, no. We're not going to worry about matching the plaids. But what I am going to do is I've got 'Tis the Season on the front. So let's grab... find my other Christmas greetings. 'Tis the season. I could be 'tis the season to be jolly, but it doesn't quite fit. I'm still here looking and looking. looky here. This is what I used actually, I think, on my last Facebook Live with you guys. I'm going to do wishing you abundant peace and joy. That's going to go on the inside along with my little pieces of designer series paper. So let's just add a little bit. Oh, now I could do that. No, let's not. Okay, let's stay focused, Candy. Okay, let's see. Can we get this going? Oh, Margaret, you used this stamp set last year for your cards. You know, the thing about Christmas stamps is you can just keep collecting them and, oopsie, use, you know, bits and pieces of different ones and mix and match. And, you know, there's a reason there are Christmas stores that stay open all year because, yeah, there's just always something else we can add to our holiday home decor, something else that we can do to brighten our Christmas stuff. Now I've kind of made a mess of that. Let's see. Hopefully it's not going to go everywhere on me. Okay. Now remember, as long as you are a subscriber to my email news, you will get the PDF tutorial for these. And I'm just going to roll them out every day this week. So you'll hear from me every day, and I'll have the replay video so that you don't miss anything. Yes, Kim, this tree die is gorgeous for sympathy cards. It really is. The dies are amazing. Okay, now I'm going to come back to my basic gray ink again, keeping it really soft. And let's see, I've used my bird. I can put him over here. Let's do that. And I'm going to add, I wanted to use that little the little mistletoe. Wishing you abundant peace and joy. I'm happy. What I'm really working to do this year is to get the insides done, because sometimes I do the outsides and I think, oh, I'll do the inside when I get ready to send it. Yeah. And then I don't have time because I'm trying to get them out the door. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen, my first day of holiday hoopla. Really simple, really sweet card using the brand new So Very Merry from our online exclusives. It is the stamp set that I'm featuring on my, this is my Christmas in August card class. So I'm featuring the stamp set. With this class, you get the Festive Pearls and the Organdy ribbon. And these are the 5 cards that you make. And I actually have, again, we don't have Christmas paper other than the one set that I used so much in July. So I pulled out some retired paper to use on these. And so you get your paper is cut, everything for this class. Look at this little fun fold I've got going here. Oh, did I get some? I think I got ink on that. Phooey. Wow. Okay, I need to get my little eraser out. So there's a fun fold there and a fun fold here. And of course, PDF tutorials for all of these. And you do have the option of adding a second set of projects for just $10 on this class. So this is my Christmas in August class to go. You can either do porch pickup, you can have it by mail, you can have extra cards if you want, because you'll have plenty of ribbon and pearls to use on them. So that is Christmas in August, and that is open for registration, I think, through the end of this week. And here's another great idea for using the So Very Merry stamp set, which I just think is adorable. This stamp set sold out the first few days it was out. And Stamp It Up, I was listening to a little video they were doing to help us understand the online exclusives. And this one was what they call a runner. So they forecasted approximately how many this would sell. Well, it sold way above the forecasting. And so they were able to bring it back and put it back in stock, which is very helpful because we don't have a whole lot of Christmas stamps available yet. They will be available in September with the September to December mini catalog, otherwise known in my world as the holiday catalog. So that is it for tonight. You will be getting an email with all of the what do you call it? PDF tutorial. If you do want to place an order, I do have a host code for you, and I have some fun gifts that I have been setting aside for you. And let me know if you have any questions at all. Don't forget, whether you are in the replay or the live video, when you comment, your name gets put into my drawing. So I do like to give away free gifts for just to thank you for tuning in and for being Facebook fans, for being part of my creative world here. Thanks again for tuning in. Take care and God bless.